My name is Tatsuhiko Koyama. Today is 21st March 2023. I live in Dunedin, New Zealand. Today, I want to talk about a news article. I received email yesterday, I think, or the day before, I don't know. And this person informed me that there was recommendation on the regulation on legal profession in New Zealand. And this newspaper article is published by the New Zealand Herald, written by Jeremy Wilkinson, published on the 9th of March 2023. Title is Lawyers Looking After Lawyers. Panel says strip law society of power to discipline. So, we have to really, you have to read the article, and but then this is bits and pieces of the article is like that. This panel, called the Independent Panel, recommended stripping the Law Society of statutory power because, I guess, lawyer looking after lawyer just is not good enough. And why it's not good enough? Because at the end of the day, New Zealand Law Society is an organization of lawyers, isn't it? So, but then, that's the nature of things. So, that's the reason why panel recommended to create a new regulator, and this new regulator sit alongside with the Law Society. I don't know what that means anyway. And this new regulator should consist of board of 8 members, equal split between lawyers and public members. So, but I don't know who has the power, who has influence to appoint all the board members. I don't know. Of course, the board exists, but beneath the board, the staff exists. And board can be just a PR thing, and the staff do whatever they want to do, then nothing will change. So, staff can be all cronies of the Law Society or lawyers or friends, then nothing will happen. So you have to watch out. This panel is called the Independent Panel. Let's see. Who are the members of the Independent Panel? So, 1. Professor Ron Patterson. I think he's a professor of law at the University of Auckland. Another. Professor Jacinta Lulu. I think she's a professor of law at the University of Otago. Another one is Miss Jane Meares, I think. She's a practicing lawyer in Wellington. This is Clifton Chambers, I guess. And do you see this 3 person in this independent panel actually sponsored by the Law Society Independent? Number 1, this panel is sponsored by the industry themselves. Who paid for it? Industry, lawyers, law organization. And they put the 3, I guess the people, and all of them, all of them, without any exception, legal background. So is that crony or that they are just the hired gun, or I don't know. So you have to watch out. So, but then, this is the thing. New Zealand Law Society will not have statutory power to, I guess, the discipline lawyers, and that seems a good thing, isn't it? Except how it's gonna work, I don't know. But then you have to really look back, look way back, and I tell you, 23 years ago. That's a long time from now. Exactly same recommendation was put forward by the Dr. Ian McEwen. There you go. Called the this booklet is called The Regulation of the Legal Profession, written by the Dr. Ian McEwen, published in March 2000. That's 23 years ago. And actually, this was sponsored by the Business Lobby, New Zealand Business Roundtable. So I was given this booklet by the lobbyist. But that's beside the point, because inside the booklet I was quite impressed. Sponsorship is a bit of a problem, but doesn't mean that inside is bad. And I was quite impressed by the Dr. Ewing and the straightforward thinking, and see what was going on before that time, and Dr. Ewing came up with it. So problems you see right now, 2023, were there before 2000. So problem hasn't been solved, probably got worse. So what did the New Zealand do for 23 years? Come up with exactly the same recommendation? You are the judge. So I don't know if this booklet still in circulation, but I do have the PDF file. So those who want to read this document, if you cannot find it on in the internet, then you can contact me so I can send you the PDF file. And I recommend it to just Google it and come up with the article here, Lawyers Looking After Lawyers, written by the Jeremy Wilkinson, published by the New Zealand Herald, and see something there can be quite interesting for you. And but as I said it before, nothing independent about independent panel. That's one. New regulator can be same as New Zealand Law Society, just different kind of title, or different organization, different kind of label. And board member can be anybody. Who picks it, I don't know. Whoever picks it doesn't mean a thing. That the staff's going to work according to whatever regulator is supposed to do. If that it was, and the staff can be crony of the lawyer, law society, or families of the lawyers, or could be anybody. So it's already, you have to watch out. Especially in New Zealand, there are lots of independent, transparency, whatever. Transparency doesn't mean a thing in New Zealand. Number one, if you do a Offshore Information Act, sometimes you get it. Most time you're not going to get a thing. They don't respond to you. There are two things. If they respond, they come with deduction. What the deduction means, you put a bunch of blocks in it and send you. So nothing there. You could see some bits and pieces of information, but that's the only thing you can get. That happens. Happened to me too. So another thing is they give you information that they want you to see, nothing else. So what you get is lots of forged document. It's completely false. You get that, and you try to get the supporting evidence for the forging document. You're not gonna get it because it comes up from nowhere. Just come up with a document because you accept document, but there's nothing in reality. So New Zealand, London, massive forgery and false document by disseminated by the government court. And so all the documents come up with from New Zealand. I don't know if there's anything that really behind the document, except you requested it, you get it. So what happened is so this is what you want here, you give it, or this is what we want you to see, you get it. So that's what the offshore information actually works in New Zealand. And what you really want to know, or you shouldn't know, you never get it. So that's nothing transparent about it, because information comes from the government or court, for that matter. You're not going to get what you want, because you are going after whatever they want to hide. They're not going to give it. That's the interest of the self-preservation interest, or whatever interest they have on the part of the government or court. So how to deal with the offshore information is something that you have to think about it. Should the offshore information should be stored in the government court, or some other agency or some other entity that can get it? So if the one person make a document of information, and that same agency has that offshore information, that's bad news. So operation and oversight, information created, information storage should be separated. So without that separation, you will get exactly the same response. So this new regulator, if they function, their information would be stored somewhere? Probably not. The regulator keeps it. If you request it, you get exactly the same. They will give you what you want to hear, possibly, or what they want to see. So you have to watch out. So that's the my message for today. So you have to always watch out the word independent. Also, you have to watch out the word transparency, transparent. Also, what I don't understand is why New Zealand doing the UK gimmicks. I just don't see it. Wigs and the gowns and all the rituals, and the mayor has some chains, and I don't know, call it Tsar or Madame or whatever, and I don't know. Also, this law society has an initiation process, probably similar to UK, and I'm not sure why they want to copy the gimmicks. I guess when you copy a lot of things, so you can copy the gimmicks and the protocols and all those things. But I don't know. Some of the people in the UK tells me that we have that system that in New Zealand they copy, but they are doing things quite differently. So it's the substance that must be done right. So you have to always has to be vigilant. So all the substantially deliverables are done. So public institution must deliver what you expected, and substance must be there. So, but then all the public institution in New Zealand have that called PR people. That's why they hire PR people. I don't know. They just come up with all the I don't know what that is. Called spin, I guess. Come up with a spin, and spin after spin after spin. I guess it's New Zealand's controlled by all the spin doctors, I guess, and the PR after PR after PR, and you people are just, I don't know, completely muzzled, because all the information is one-sided, nothing transparent about it, and you're not going to get the information you want. And you got spin come after spin, and the spin is there, and you ask our friend and everything, and he did the spin and say, oh, nothing wrong with that. But then systemic corruption. Is there nothing wrong about it? That's happening. Because there is spin, there's a facade, there's something is there called isometric mimicry or something. They put lots of stuff out there, but nothing there. When public institutions are not delivering anything. For that matter, news and media, they publish fake news. That's bad news. So when you have a problem with the ethics professionals, those two things are important, especially somewhere where the power is. Because public trust and need to have confidence in public institutions, also the media. If you lose it, chances are New Zealand media is gonna lose audience. And probably that's happening. How many people really subscribe to the newspaper? Getting fewer and fewer. How many people even watch TV? I don't know. Getting fewer and fewer because if they are not worth it, people don't watch it, don't pay. So you have to watch out. For that matter, New Zealand court, it's a monopoly. Yeah, I mean, that's a monopoly and organized. This is an instrument of organized crime. If you keep doing it, New Zealand has been doing it for many years. I think from the beginning. How long is this gonna last? I think one day you have to watch out. People say we don't need a judiciary. We don't need a judiciary. Judiciary has been there for many years. I mean, lawyers are one of the oldest professions in their Western civilization. How could that be? But never know. If things are bad, say, oh, we don't need a judiciary. We can come up with something better. So, it is you, part of the civil society, need to take in charge. So, I trust the people in New Zealand and around the world have good sense, and a sense of some sort of duty to see things and make sure that New Zealand stops sponsoring organized crime, and also they ensure the rights and possible freedom are reasonably protected in New Zealand. So if somebody comes outside of New Zealand, won't get ripped off, feel vulnerable or exploited or even marginalized and suppressed. I'm socially suppressed. None of my letters were published by any newspaper or anywhere. So I'm pretty much suppressed person. So that's the reason why I'm just appearing myself, because no media ever gonna come and report my matter. Only thing that I get is a fake news. So anything about me, it can be fake news. So I'm seeing, talking it. So that's not fake. It's me. But then this is what Tatsuhiko Koyama says. That's fake. Or this is what happened to Tatsuhiko Koyama. That's fake. Because that's how bad the media in New Zealand is. And somehow bank robbery happens, and I was declared bankrupt. How could that be? Because this was the money, and they called me bankrupt. How could be bankrupt when they took the money? So that's strange. So bankrupt is somebody who didn't pay the money. They say go after, went to the bank and stole the money. How can I be a bankrupt? So that is try to destroy your career and life and your social worth, or and eliminate you socially, and making I don't know how many people here in New Zealand just left New Zealand being destroyed by the organized crime. Well, quite a few. They go after you, and there is no avenue for redress the injustices, because everything, public institution, law enforcement, controlled by organized crime, there's nothing there. This is a legal black hole. Well fabricated facade, PR, on the website, but or your rights should be protected, are instrumental organized crimes. That's the reality. Thank you for listening, and hopefully I will come up with a different type of message soon. Thank you for listening. Thank you.